Hey, look at the baby.
What's up, bro? What you waiting for?
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Southern California. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, they'll find Everett there, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running on first down, Eckler to about the 48-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. Herbert throwing again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown! Mike Williams on the touchdown throw for Justin Herbert. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score, Chargers 7, Ravens 0.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start by running the option to the right. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Remain on 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 44, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. An option pitch we saw. We don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added a third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, 79 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead. Two-minute warning.
Down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens. 1st down. Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and This one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this down to the 33.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second and 8 coming up. Back to throw here, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Devin Duvernay on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Jackson now. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Jackson will throw again. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. Running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. They go play action with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Second down and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display, wrapping him up, no problem. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the 50, here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw is Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that, Anderson.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jackson to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's had.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So this one's over. It's